Hello, what's going on? Millennial men, blue collar men. You got Corey Needs with special message today, talking about why I just registered as a Democrat. I registered to vote here in Arizona. All right, I'm gonna talk about why I did that, how I did that, how you can have donuts and make America whole again, how we can heal the hole in the heart of America and make things right and make things better. All right, I want to talk about this. Hey, what's going on, Rebecca? Over on Twitter. All right, so I'm live on Twitter and my Periscope and my Facebook. And today, what I did is I went down to Donuts for Democracy. I went down to the local, public service county recorder building. I don't know, whatever it's called. There's one of them in like every state, at least in Ohio and Arizona. And what I did was I got registered to vote. All right, Arizona voter registration. And it took literally less than 5 minutes. It cost a couple dollars for parking. I got some donuts with me, all right? I got this big whole donut here that I'm going to take a bite into at the end of this video because it's Donuts for Democracy, which is all about, really making this country whole again, Earlier I had these donuts with a hole in them, and it's symbolizing, there's this hole in America's heart. And, I kind of got that from my girlfriend Rebecca Bardess because she's really informed politically, and she's influenced me positively to go out and make a decision to vote and actually to use my voice, because my take is I never cared about politics. I mean, I'm still not huge into it, but I know that with Trump in office and power, and with what's been happening, things have to change fast. People being caged like animals, babies and kids being separated from their families, that to me is effed up. That's going to cause long-term damage for the next 20, 30 years to come. And it's basically irreversible unless, people step in and really help out who are professionally trained. That's really bad stuff. And I don't think a lot of people realize that, because when you're separated from your family, it's just traumatizing. It's literally trauma. And it creates all kinds of fucking personality disorders and messed up phobias and just all kinds of stuff. So what's happened in the last few years is I've taken more interest in the politics and following and seeing and hearing what Trump has said. And you can vote either way. Obviously, we have our free will to vote for what we believe in. There's good and bad on both sides. But to me, just from my perspective, is there's far more bad on the Republican Party and what Trump's saying than anywhere else, than on the other side or other parties or the Democrats, the left, whatever you want to call them. To me, just what I see is so many people standing up for things, trying to keep things the same versus progressing for a better world for all of us. So it's very much like the Republican far right. It's kind of gone fascist. And, I don't know a lot about politics. I'm not super politically smart, but I know right from wrong. I know when something's morally or ethically right or wrong. And I just feel that is the majority of the Republican side, because it's hard to talk about these issues and say, a sweeping statement, because that rarely is true. But the vast majority of the Republican side is making our country worse, right? I don't know how to say it other than the fact that what's going on is extreme right, and it's not really good. So what we want to do is we want to get our democratic republic back. We want to make America whole again. We want it to be balanced. We don't want this gigantic, massive polarity between both sides, extreme on either side, especially the right being so extreme, right? So Anyway, I don't really know a lot about politics. All I know is what I did is I believe you gotta tactically vote. If you want to do what I'm doing, do it. As a millennial, you have power. Your voice counts. You can make a difference. I'm gonna vote Democrat tactically. I don't really identify with either side, to be honest. I've always just identified just as independent, being my own self. Yeah, that's why it says in the Constitution, we, the people. Exactly. It's the people have the most power together. When you get your voice out and you try to make a difference, that's where you have the most power. And so it comes down to voting and using your power and taking advantage of your rights. And I really think that it does make a difference because you don't know who else you could influence to go vote, Democrat, to swing the power, right? We need a power swing. We can't have what's going on right now. I think the economy is going to get really bad. I think, what he's doing with Putin and the way he's talked to world leaders in Korea and just all kinds of stuff going on, it's messed up. And obviously, I always talk about motivation and personal development. This isn't my area of expertise, but I just know from the little things that I see, yeah, only 3 to 10 millennials are planning to vote, which is nuts. Rebecca says, I see that the extreme right has gone far too right, way too fast. It's more to do with killing and separating and this ego-like addiction to staying the same. That's what it is. The way I explain it is the right is staying the same extreme right, and then the left is trying to progress. They're trying to move a bit more. They're trying to stand up. We want to have rights to have guns, but at the same time, you don't have to have access to machine guns. We can make the rules better. We can fix things instead of all together just, no, give me my guns. I want to, hold all these AK-47s and stuff. So anyway, I don't even know what I'm talking about other than the fact that I think Trump is fucked up. My simple vibe might help people that are like me. I think everybody wants him out of power. I think he's destroying a lot in this country. That's awesome. Hurting a lot more people than needs to ever happen. So that's what I did. Go to your office and you can sign up. You can get registered. All you need is to bring in your passport. I got my passport. Now I'm registered to vote. It takes 5 minutes. Costs $5. For gas and parking. I got some donuts too. So I just wanted to do that. Say this quick video today. And seriously, if you're a millennial, like Rebecca said, if you're 3 out of that 10, let's make it 4 or 5. Or let's get more people to vote and bring the awareness, because Trump needs to be out of power. I definitely believe that. I hope you do too. Vote whatever way you want, but I highly suggest consider tactically voting as a Democrat to make to make it over. Yeah, exactly. And now I will take a bite of this donut. Just small bite, because it's a whole donut and it's signifying making America whole again. It's a donut democracy. And I'm from a background, I was registered Republican, background Ohio. Everyone's Republican, straight up. A lot of people where I'm from are complete racist, redneck, hick, classic. They're very racist, sexist kind of people where I'm from. And that's the truth. Same with Virginia, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, all those places in the Midwest, Indiana. So if you have this kind of elitism, stop that. It's not healthy. It's not good for yourself or anyone else. We need to become a more balanced people, accepting everybody the way we are, despite our differences, right? And start being more humane. I think that's a big thing. Is we got to put principles. We got to put ethics and morals kind of ahead of our party ideals, right? We got to just decide, side with what's right. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say. Short video today. Hopefully it inspires you, like it has with me. I'm gonna vote here soon in a month. I'm gonna make my difference. I hope that you do as well. As always, stay motivated. Take care.